You can have a seat here,
Okay.
wherever you're most comfortable.
Alright.
Okay. And how would you like to be addressed today?
Annie?
Annie? Alright, perfect. Okay. Today I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your eating patterns. Have you met with a nutrition counselor before? Okay. And as a peer nutrition educator, I can provide nutrition education on only 3 topics: eating on a budget, reading a nutrition label, and eating on a balanced diet. Do any of these topics sound of interest to you?
I guess eating on a budget.
Eating on a budget? Perfect. Okay. And just before we go any further, I just want to let you know, if you feel uncomfortable at any time, you can stop and we can just, stop everything. And today my peer is going to observe me and take notes just solely on me. And then Professor Dr. George will be the only one viewing this little interview. And I'll need your consent to begin. So if I have your consent, can you sign? Perfect, thank you. Okay, are you ready to begin? Okay, so today I'm going to ask you just a few questions about some challenges that might exist in your routine for your dietary patterns. What year are you as a student?
I'm a third year.
Okay. And then do you live on or off campus?
Off campus.
Okay. And then how long is your commute? Like under or over 30 minutes?
Under.
Under? And is that by car, by walking?
By walking.
Transit? Awesome. There's no option. No, there isn't. Okay. And how often do you buy meals out on a typical weekday? Either never, rarely, sometimes, often, or always?
Like rarely.
Rarely? Okay. And then what about on a weekend?
Then, rarely.
Rarely? Okay. And then how about snacks?
Yeah. What are the options again?
Never, rarely, sometimes, often, and always.
Sometimes. Recently, no, rarely.
Rarely, but like
Yeah.
a little bit. Alright. Awesome. Sorry. Okay. So now we're going to move on to conducting a 24-hour diet recall. And we're going to start by talking about everything that you ate and drank yesterday, from the time you woke up to the time you went to bed. And we'll follow a 3-pass system. So first, I'm just going to ask you to just quickly say what you had and what time. And then the second pass will go into more detail. And if you realize you forgot anything, just go ahead and add it on in there. And then the third pass, I'm just going to review it all with you. Does this sound okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what was the first time that you had food or beverage?
I think like not around 9 a.m. last
9
night,
a.m.?
or yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning? Okay, and what did you have?
Oh wait, so this was like the last time I ate, or?
The first time you ate yesterday.
Okay,
so
okay, then yeah. Hey,
Yeah, 9
what did I eat? I had 2 eggs and bread. 1 slice of bread. No matter if the eggs were scrambled.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you have anything to drink or anything?
Just water.
Okay. And then what was the next time you ate?
Like around 1.
Okay. And what did you have?
I had just a sandwich with honey wheat bread, and then ham, and lettuce and mayonnaise.
That sounds really good right now. Okay. And then when was the next time that you ate?
Not until like the 9:30ish, 10.
Okay. What did you have?
I had salmon, and then I had it with rice and peas.
Awesome. Okay. So just to go back, we're just going to add in just a little more detail. So at 9 a.m. you had 2 eggs and 1 slice of bread with some water. And was, where did you have this? And then, how did you prepare the eggs? You said they were scrambled?
Yeah, scrambled.
Scrambled. Did you add any butter or olive oil or anything?
Oh yeah, I ate a little olive oil.
Okay. And then we can just use like these objects to see like how much. So these are just like little.
I can't find it. Oh, it's right over here.
It's okay. Okay, would you say you had like this much olive oil, or this much? What looks
Not
more
too
or
much.
less?
A little less than this.
Okay. And then the slice of bread, just what kind of bread? Probably like that size?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was honey wheat.
So put the bread right. Awesome. Did you add anything to the bread?
No.
Okay. And then how much water would you say that you had? Like 1, 2, 3, half?
Maybe like one.
One
That's
little
one, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then around 1 p.m. you had a sandwich on honey wheat bread, ham, lettuce, and mayo. And then how much ham would you say that you had?
Like 2 slices of ham.
2 slices?
Yeah.
Okay. And was this like the prepackaged ham? Or, okay. Do you remember what brand?
No.
Okay, that's all right. It's okay. And then for the mayo, how much mayo do you think you added on there?
Not too much. A
Little
little
ping pong.
smaller.
A little smaller than the ping pong ball.
Not a lot.
And then same thing for lettuce. I think you had
Like one long thing of lettuce. I don't know.
was it like the romaine lettuce? Okay. Did you have anything else or anything to drink?
Just water.
Water again. And then how much?
Like same amount.
Same amount. Okay. And was this at home or out?
It was at home. Before or like before dinner, I had coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
About what time?
To the library at around like 3.
3. Okay. And did you make the coffee or did you go out?
No, I bought it from Pete's.
From Pete's? Okay. Do you add anything to the coffee?
It was actually like 2 espresso shots
Okay.
with 2 pumps of white milk.
Okay. And then around 9:30, you said you had some salmon, rice, and peas. And then, how did you prepare the salmon?
So For the sauce specifically, I had honey, soy sauce, and red pepper flakes, and lemon juice. And then like as for cooking, I used olive oil. About the size of this.
About a day, okay.
And as for I guess all those like ingredients for the sauce, I guess it was pretty thick. It was like this.
Okay. Okay, and then for like the rice, how much would you say? Sounds like a whole
I
little
used
setup.
half a cup of brown basmati rice.
And then how did you prepare that?
In a rice cooker with a cup of water.
Okay. And then for the peas, how much peas would you say you had?
I'd say a third cup.
Third cup.
I just added salt to it.
And just like, how much salt would you say?
A pinch.
Just like a little pinch? Okay. Okay, and then just going back to the sauce, you know, you said it was like a total probably this amount, but how much honey and soy do you think that you use?
So for the most part, maybe like this amount of honey and then this
Okay.
amount of soy. Yeah.
So mostly honey. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I also put ginger in it.
Ginger?
Mm-hmm. It's like a pinch.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm just going to review this with you and feel free to add in anything else that you might have forgotten. So around 9 a.m. at home, you had 2 eggs scrambled with olive oil and 1 slice of bread, and it was the honey wheat bread, about this size. And then around 1 p.m. at home again, you had a sandwich on honey wheat bread with some ham, lettuce, and mayo.
Yes.
And it was about 1 leaf of romaine lettuce, and then about a cup of water. And then around 3 p.m. you went to Pete's and you got 2 espresso shots with 2 pumps of white mocha. And then around 9:30, 10 o'clock, you had some salmon with some olive oil, honey, soy, red pepper, lemon juice, and ginger. And then you had about half a cup of brown basmati rice and some peas with a little bit of salt. Does that sound about right? Okay. And is this a typical day for you? Awesome. Okay, so thank you very much for sharing your dietary intake with me. As a review, you chose the topic eating on a budget. Are you still interested in that topic, or would you like to switch?
What were the other topics?
Let's see. The others were eating a balanced diet, reading a nutrition label, and then eating on a budget.
Change it to eating a balanced diet.
Yeah, of course. I'm just going to get these out of the way here. Awesome. Nothing's going to roll around anymore. So you wanted the eating on a balanced diet? Awesome. So my mentor has reviewed the information I'm about to share with you. What I'd like for us to do now is think about the topic you selected and the information that you shared, and I would like us to work together to create a SMART goal for you and indicate the level of change that you're at. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And the most successful lifestyle changes happen when you make these SMART goals. So for a better idea of where you are right now, how ready do you think you are to change to eating more of a balanced diet? Oh, I'm sorry, I have
pretty
this
ready.
for you. I can pick on the scale
Uh-huh.
and see like which one matches more, you can pick halves.
I'm ready.
You ready? So like a 8, 9, or 10?
I like a 10.
Like a 10? Is this change really important to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, so let's go to okay, eating a balanced diet. So we just have these little tips for you. And this is like the My Plate that they have, so like half the plate should be fruits and vegetables, and then the other half is shared between grains and protein, and then you have dairy over on the side. So just from like little helpful tips, you can like have some vegetables as like a snack or even fruit, and then definitely when you're like making up your plate, or even like a bowl per se, just make sure you have like half of it to be fruits and vegetables. And then you said you have some brown rice, that's awesome, that's great substitution because they're whole grains, they have a lot of fiber and iron and vitamins that are in there. And same with the healthy salmon, you add a lot of fats with that, and omega-6s and 3s. And so for like the dairy aspect, you could just like kind of avoid the unsweetened aspects of like the dairy products, and yeah. And then there's for like the fruits and vegetables, there's so many options. You can pick the fresh ones, or you can do frozen, which are really easy. You know, you can throw those in the microwave, nice and quick. And the fruits, there's like canned, fresh, and like little jarred ones. And there's so many different types of protein options for you. And then some resources, if you're unsure of how to like buy or cook or store any of the foods, you can check out eatfresh.org, and they have a whole list of like, they basically have all of this for you, any tips of preparation, how to store it, and how long it's good for. So it's a really good resource to check out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my mom for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes she's like not
Yeah,
there.
you should like Google it. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a frozen chicken.
Eat Fresh just has like so many options there for you, and like all the variety of like vegetables and proteins here, and whole grains and dairy fruits, endless possibilities and everything like that. Do you have any questions?
No, not really.
Okay. So after like reviewing this information,